Hello YouTube, I'm David with the David West channel. Well, today I want to just simply make up some char cloth and some charred punk wood. You know, I like to cook them both together in the can. I put the punk wood on the bottom of the char tin and the denim material on top of that. Today I'll be using something I don't know if you've seen on the channel before. My Stanley 10-049. We'll be using the Corona razor tooth folding saw that you buy from Lowe's for just $20. My little pocket knife get the job done, won't it? That's all we need there to ferrite ignite and get enough heat to go ahead and ignite this wet tulip poplar. Let's line the bottom of our can with good punk wood. Good punk wood is spongy. When you squeeze it on it, it springs right back out. So, like I said, this is provides a buffer to keep the denim from getting so hot that it gets brittle. And we end up with some really good charred punk wood too. Go ahead and get the fire started. And as usual, when I'm using my keychain ferro rod, I like to make like a little donut shape to sort of better stand in the way of the wind. Sort of catch the sparks. And when that gets established, we'll go ahead and rake it off into the can. Turn this hobo stove towards the wind. Start piling on the thinnest, driest pieces that I have.
This is gonna take some time. Let's speed it up. Let me put you on time lapse.
All right, that tulip poplar is very damp. but we got it dried out enough to send up some flames. I like to put my char tin on top of the flames, not necessarily down in the coals. I think it's able to off-gas better. So I'll give you a close-up shot of it when it starts doing its thing. The first gases that will come out of there is going to be steam. And we know that steam can only get up to 212 degrees, so the entire contents of the can, for the most part, is not going to get any hotter than 212 degrees until all that steam is expelled. Then it's going to off-gas other gases which are flammable. I think methane is one of the gases, and there's a couple other that are flammable. And once you no longer see a flame or smoke coming out of that vent hole, you'll take it out and let it cool off completely, cool off to the touch. All right, here comes that steam. And it won't be long before a flame will be coming out of there. And you can clearly see that ignited wood gas coming off of that tulip poplar. Now, I plug that vent hole up when I take it out of there and leave it to cool off, because if any oxygen gets back down inside there, it's going to ignite the char material. We'll be trying that char out here in a little bit. I guess I could use a sharper piece of chert, but we'll see if we can make this work. I got most of the sharp edges beat. There's a good edge right there. How about that wind? Always got a nice wind blowing up here on the hill, year round. All right. I don't think there's any more gases in there. Let's go ahead and let that cool off now. We'll be trying it out. It's done. Let's take a look at it together. There's our punk wood. And this piece of denim. Get on this side. It's got smoke residue on it, but it is not brittle. Things like brittleness, smoke residue, all that affects how quickly it'll catch a spark. I'm not talking about a big difference now. You can have charcloth that's completely covered up with smoke residue and deposits and stuff, and it might catch a spark on the third try. So we're not talking about a big difference, but I like to try to make the cleanest, most supple charcloth when I make it. And I think putting that buffer on the bottom of the can of that punk wood makes better charcloth. Now let me try to find that piece that just flew away. Hard to find something like that in the shadows. All right, let's give it a try. The wind's got that blowing up, burning up really fast. There's that edge that I told you about that's sharp, and it's not even a 90-degree edge to where I could use that angle right there. I'm gonna have to come down at that angle, which is completely counterintuitive to how you flint and steel. But I want to show you that you can use an edge that's at an odd angle like that. Alright, now I'm going to try to cast sparks down on some of that punk wood in all this wind. We'll see how that goes. Let me set you up with a better shot. Alright, here's a piece of punk wood we just made. It's in two pieces. Now in this bright sunshine, it's hard to tell when one of these sparks catch. So keep that in mind. Yeah, we got it that time. All right, y'all. It is not that hard to make charred material if you start off with good materials. I think denim makes the best char cloth. T-shirts are all right, but and then your good punk wood. You don't want anything hard. You want to give it the squeeze test. If you squeeze the punk wood and it just springs right back out, you know you have some decent char material. So I appreciate you joining me on this one. We'll catch you on the next one.